Climb the stone staircase, more ancient than the mind can imagine. Find the cornerstone and under it the copper box that is marked with his name. Unlock it, open the lid, take the tablet of lapis lazuli, read. The Epic of Gilgamesh, 1300 BCE. And hello everyone, I am the plane shifter fading to the universe of Heaven's Vault. A game about translating these glyphs, as far as I know, and doing a lot of archaeology. I don't remember if this game is voiced. I saw the Yellow play the first small part of the game on a stream, but I kind of stopped because I wanted to play this game myself. So here we go. I know a little bit of what happens on the beginning, but that's it. I am electing to play with the keyboard and mouse.
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present.
That's an interesting way to put it.
But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
Please climb carefully. Please climb carefully. You worry too much. That's not much further. Careful you don't roll backwards. Careful you don't roll backwards. It's a long way. Down. Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please. Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please. So I have stamina. I wanna look around. This place is pretty. Show subtitles. Okay. Yeah, this game doesn't save my settings. At least it didn't save my settings. UI volume, speech volume, like this. Okay. Alright. I leave a shadow. I wanted to inspect the statue. It looks interesting. This is the summit? This is as far as the path goes. Oh, don't get in front of the statue. That's death over there. A bricked up opening. I'm picking up opening. There's something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? There's something written here. There's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut when the mortar was still wet, but I think I can read it. That's the symbols on the title card. I guess that means Heaven's Vault. But I'm not sure how the symbols work yet on this. The University of Iox, some weeks earlier.
My story begins on Iox.
Iox.
That was where I met the robot.
Mistress Aliya Elasra, I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Miari. She is very anxious for your arrival. And who are you? I am a robot, mistress. It is apparent this way. Do you have a name, robot? Is that intended to be a joke, mistress? No, so why she's... No? Robots do not have names. We are, as I understand it, interchangeable. I have no few robots, so why she sent you? I have no few robots. They're all a little different. How kind of you to say so, mistress. Did she say what you wanted? Yes. She said she wanted you. This way. You should know that the professor's agency was remarkable. Reply. Maybe you should keep her waiting. Don't want her making an habit of impatience. I cannot recommend that course, mistress. Have I got a promotion? With respect, mistress, I think that was most unlikely. Question. Why is Mia's room so far from everything? I imagine she enjoys her view of the tree, mistress. I'm sure it's most pleasing to her. Look at her. She looks like a tiger in a cage. A most curious analogy, mistress. You understand I'll be required to report it. Required to? Of course. Professor Miari is my primary user, mistress. Nevertheless, I'll try to sugarcoat your opinion. Don't do me any favors. I've had robots go missing on me before, you know. I'll bear that in mind, Aliya. Shall we proceed? The Tree of Knowledge. Or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. What do you think of the sculpture? It was a pleasing balance to it. I hate it. For the time it took to make. Do you think? And there are people on our board who don't eat. Are your own experts. They take time and should not be making history. Be quiet, robot. No. Remark. I went outside the university grounds exploring. This is a very beautiful moon. You can tell it was once lush, fertile. There must have been huge forests, lakes, rivers. They're all but dry now. You've not been outside? No. No.
I was 15 when my Ari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness.
Miari. Oh, so I can check like the timeline. University established. The loop temple established. These are like pieces of stories that is recorded. The followers established power in Iox. The followers destroyed the empire, but they never extended their reach beyond the Iox. Generations passed in obscurity. The loop fate of the Holy Empire is revived on Iox. Found to study events within the loop, it soon expanded, took over robotics, mathematics, upper physics, and the other fields. Okay. The crown of Iox was forged. According to legend, it was made by the first empress herself. Tree planted. The tree is still there. The whole university centers around it. The last emperor disappears. Iox fell to invaders and the empire was destroyed, but the emperor himself escaped. His body was never found. Crown of the Iox Empire was lost somehow during the fall of the Iox. The crown that had been the mark of the emperors for centuries disappeared along with the last emperor. The emperor's palace was stormed, the royal family murdered, the guards' ships destroyed, and the Nebula fell into disarray for centuries. The fathers destroyed the empire, but they never extended the reach beyond the Iox, generation passed in obscurity. The loop fate of the Holy Empire is revived on Iox. Founded to the University of Iox established. Founded to study the events within the loop. It soon expanded to cover robotics, mathematics, upper physics, and the other fields. Miari visits the orphanage on Elbereth. What brought her there, I'll never understand. Miari takes me to Iox. It was on Iox that my tuition began in earnest. Miari takes over Iox. Miari took over the leadership of the university after her predecessor died. Joined the university. I began studying formally in the same group as Iox. Again, my third robot, but there were definitely problems with this one. Professor Miari wants me back on Iox. Hopefully I'm not getting thrown out of the university. Return to Iox. Whatever Professor Miari wants to tell me is so urgent that she sent a robot to stop me getting lost. Okay, so when all those historical events were happening. So the university was established 200 years ago. The Loop Temple, a bit more than 200. The Loop Temple, a bit more than 250. The Fallers, a little bit more than 300 years ago. The fall happened exactly 350. Why is this a bracket? Is there more stuff to learn about this? Yeah, tree planted was a little bit more than 405. I think all this is gonna be important. Okay, the Empress. But this is a filter. Emperors, Holy Empire. The Holy Empire? The Holy Ioxian Empire, based out of the Imperial Palace and ruled by a deified emperor. Okay. The Ancient Empire. Before the founding of the Holy Empire, there must have been something connecting the moons of the Nebula, but what that was has been very much lost to time. The ancient time. The only relics from the ancient times are fragments of writing, but the Iox, they believe the distant past will soon become our future. That's almost 3,000 years ago. That's not that distant when it comes to ancient time, to be honest. Distant past, okay. Ages. The modern age. The modern age began with the founding of the Protectorate collaborate moons under Iox guardianship. My birth. I don't know the true date. The Grey Ladies gave me a day different from the other children in the orphanage. It's 30 years ago. She's a bit more. She's like 33. Meeting Orai. Orai and I became friends by sneaking around the house. She stole screwdrivers and I stole books. The Grey Ladies orphanage. The Grey Ladies raised me and found me work from the moment I could walk. Timur. I would like to later work for Timur in his bar, washing up and fetching supplies. Mary visits the orphanage. What brought her there I never understood. My first kiss. We never thought we would leave the orphanage due to it seemed impossible. Impossibly far away. 18 years ago. She doesn't say with who. Miari took me to Iox. I worked for Timur. Timur always had another job for me. Another reason for me to stay around. Joined the university. Beginning stood formally in the same group as Wang. Met Tapi. Or introduced me to him. He helped her to get started after I left Alboret, providing her with tools and simple projects. Nightingale. The ship was resting half repaired in an abandoned hull of Alboret. For this time I didn't tell Miari I had her. Or I helped launch the Nightingale. I would never have got it up in the rivers by his advice, but she didn't want to come with me, of course. Get my third robot, Professor Me. Okay, back to the present. Let us. Just updated me. Okay. You're going to me to see something different. She seems to think it was urgent. Okay. Yo man, exactly how many robots have you lost? Reply. They just kept giving me more.
I still don't know why she did it.
Professor Miari? Aliya, there you are. Come in. Give me as soon as I got your message. What's I came as soon as I got your message. You don't need to flatter me, Aliya. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I know your work is important to you. My work is important to everyone. Tell me what you need. I'll do what I can to help you, Professor. Yeah, let's be nice. I'll do what I can to help you, Professor. Thank you, Aliya. I appreciate your kindness. You're our expert on history. Tell me what you make of this. It's a brooch, certainly you. Did you call me there to value it? It's a brooch. I do not know anything else. Yes, Aliya, but I didn't sumo you halfway across Nebula to tell me that. It's certainly old. It's certainly old. Empire period. The device is the eagle and the sun. One of the scholars sent this brooch to me, Janoi Remba. Did you know him? Janoi Remba. I think I did. Or maybe not. Did I? Look at the detail. I see them, ancient markings. I know there is a robe of you, Aliya. You can read them. Egoing brooch. Never seen either of these groupings before, but the two words have some common elements, so they must be related to meanings. Friend, holy. Well, it was called the Holy Empire? Yeah, there's something about Holy Emperor there. Holy Emperor? But I'm only guessing. I don't know if that helps at all. What is this about? You don't think it actually belonged to an emperor, right? Okay. An Empire period brooch in the shape of the eagle and sun. Space translate. Holy Emperor. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Okay. You don't think it actually belonged to an emperor, do you? That would make this the find of a decade. Now perhaps you see why you're here. Janoi told me he found something that was more than a month ago. Janoi isn't like you. Janaki isn't quite like Oitsunaki. He's an Yakshian through and through. You mean he's soft? You've tried to contact him? You're worried about him. You've tried to contact him? I can't. Wherever he is he's on his own. Not everyone is required to travel with a robot. I can go hunting the Nebula for missing people, Nebula, but you can. Something persuaded him to go to Mirazi of all places. Maybe you can help. That what it was? Marasi. But why would I could go there now? Okay. Okay. I didn't quite grab what just. I'll see what I can dig up. Thank you. Come back and found him, Aliya. And Aliya, you're taking that robot with you. Thank you, Professor. I long to see the Nebula. The Nebula, Miari, since you trust me. Oh, and before you go, you should look in on Huang. He was eager to see you. Where is he? Where he always is, I'd imagine. Nose in a book. I know he's harder beneath you, but you could at least say good faith to him. For the benefit of our little community. I don't know anyone a greeting. I'll bear that in mind. I'll go and find him. He's down there by the tree. You must have walked a straight past him on your way in. Good hunting, my dear. Okay. Question. Would you recognize Rainbow if you saw him? Did you meet him? I believe he activated me, Aliya, after I was uncovered. I suspect that was why Professor Miari is singing to you. Okay. Inscriptions, okay. Miari, since you trust me. Unsolved inscriptions, okay. Should you go down, Aliya? Yes. Let me check. There's text speed. Let's reduce the text speed a little bit. I really invert the camera, show subtitles, enable. Let's take out vibration since I'm not using the controller. Full screen. I wish there was a click to continue instead of just text speed. But yeah, I'm not a native speaker, so this is a bit too much. Resume. Can I just say, Mr. Aliya, it is wonderful to be accompanying you. Oh, yes? And why is that? I find humans fascinating. And you are very different to most here. I have only recently been activated. I'm calling you 6. 6, mistress. I shall remember that. Well, what happened to the other 5? I wonder if I got Mari's translations correct. I think I did. The shape shows this is an empire piece. Emperor, okay. And the emperors believed themselves to be gods, so it makes sense that the words would be almost the same. Holy. But it still doesn't tell me where did this thing come from? Learn the ancient word for holy. Learn the ancient word for emperor. Solvable inscriptions. Unsolved inscriptions. Okay, inscriptions. What did you call your first robot, Aliya? Presumably you did not call it 1, unless you were already planning on robocidal spree. I gave it a name. I call it Talane. That is a girl's name on Elboret. I didn't name it after anyone, if that's what you're thinking. I just like it, the name. Interesting. I cannot imagine having a name. I cannot imagine it would matter, and yet I believe I feel the lack. I'm gonna reply to him. Your name is 6. It's a perfectly good name. Obviously, it is a number. A rather generic number, if I may say so. It suggests it can be easily replaced. What can I do? Okay. There's Brian. Aliya, have I angered you in some way? I fear our relationship is not entirely cordial. I'm sorry, 6. The world is a tough place sometimes. But it's not your fault, but I shouldn't take it out on you, and I didn't ask to have you with me. But I shouldn't take it out on you. Oh yeah. I didn't know you were back on Iox. How are you? Not staying to see me. How are you? How are you, Huang? Well enough, well enough. I've been reading all day. I just came outside to rest my eyes and there you were. And I have to go. I've got a new robot. What were you reading? What were you reading? The Annals again. Did you know Mazawi claims the Holy Empire was founded by 3 wolves racing to heaven? Each one tore the throat of the other, and as the 3 fell to earth. Are you really interested? Or really, is it relevant to anything? Absolutely. Give me all the lore. Alright, most people glaze over.
He began to talk with such passion that his eyes glittered, and he seemed to grow at least an inch taller.
Aliya? I had been, that was fascinating. Yes? You weren't listening, never mind. I'll walk you to the dock. Sorry, I'm distracted when you know. And you have ever been heard of a place called Myers? I've ever heard about it? No, but I've barely been out of Iox. Do you know Johnny Karamba? Well, do you know Johnny Karamba? But I know Rambo, of course. Well, a little. Why? What did he teach when you last see him? What sort of man was he? What did he teach? He's a roboticist. One of the best. One of the few. Did you say dead? Has something happened to Janiki? Don't know, Juan. Don't let your mission. I'll let you know. I don't know. I don't know, Juan. I'm sure it's nothing bad. Oh my. Before you go, it's hardly seem important now, but I found a line of ancient in the annals of Mosaic I thought you might like. If you have the time, that is. Always. Here, see what you think. Empress. I know one of these words, so I'll have to guess the other two. Banished or buried. Just a moment. Some spam problem here. Okay. Banished, period. Rebels, robot, labor, circuits. Empress. Can I? The Empress was period, wasn't her? I need to. By rebels. Few. No, it's Chini. Emperor's buried laborers. I think that's correct. It's quite a monster, isn't it? By the first emperor. It's herself. Before the okay. What do you know about the years between the fall of Iox and the found of the Iox Protectorate? The crown. The Chronicles of Mazwai. Mazwai was an ancient rapt who documented the effects of the loop across the Nebula. Fashioning of eagle-shaped brooch from the yeah, okay. This Empress sounds mean. Something about the Empress. I will work on it and let you know. Something about the Empress. Mazwa is always writing about emperors. I think she was a Republican. It best not keep you. I hope you'll find him. Shall we proceed to your sheik now? Spoke to Huang. Have you said before 6? I have no idea, mistress. But I am keen to find out. And so we left the hallowed halls of the university. The word emperor this is Empress. It is the same glyph. Apparently the gender didn't matter in these words. So how do you know this is Empress? No. This symbol is present here. It's probably something related to people. Huh. Aboard the Nightingale. My ship's my refugee. It's the only place that's truly mine. The journey to Mercy should be quick, mistress. You think Mier's friend's in trouble? As I say, mistress. We should know shortly if we depart. Alrighty then. What do you know about Mercy? Nothing. It's a moons of pigs and rice, mistress. Part of the Iox Protectorate, of course. Mercy it is then. It should be a quiet spot at least. I will prepare the ropes. Reading Janak told Professor Mieri was going right before he disappeared. But why does a roboticist visit a rice farm? I could go there next. Space plot course. Iox, Tinder's Elboret. This is strange. I don't know what to make out of this. The Nebula? They call these moons and there's a nebula. Am I flying through space? I think that's about all I saw of the game so far. And I don't think Yellow spent a lot of time in the timeline when I watched him. Yeah, I didn't see this in his playthrough. Iox in space, sailing to Mercy in the Verdant Pass.
Mayari wanted us to sail to Mercy. It was a short sail through vast waters.
Just go right, mistress. Oh, okay. I'm doing a thing. I see the force of the river is fastest in the middle, mistress. On the surface it appears the same, but there is deeper currents below. Okay. That's where two of them meet. Can I just go wherever as long as I know the way? Because the game is indicating to me the course I set plot to. Didn't expect to fly. This is your ship, mistress? I call her the Nightingale. I found her in a ruined hall on the Elboret, covered in dust. She must have been someone's prized possession once. She's mine now. That's Marcy. You can see the greenery from here. Marcy, a farming moon. If Rainbow's here, I need to find him. And if he's not, I need to work out where he went. Okay.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Look at this place. Breathe the air. I don't think the robot can. I cannot breathe, mistress. A statue. As you are no doubt aware. Well then. Let's see where Rainbow's got to. If you really look, you have found an old pot. And you know Myers just now. Okay. Question. How old is the nightingale, mistress? I'm not sure. Almost 1,500 years old, maybe? On the ancient empire. Okay. I need to pay more attention. Oh yeah, question, remark, question. So where do we start? There is a series of rice terraces. If we climb up away from the water, that should take us to the village. Makes sense. I can just go there, right? Yeah. About that place. Okay, listing statue. Wait, can you do a scan for Janiki or something? Mistress has mistaken me for a dog. Perhaps you believe if I had scrap of clothing then I could trace his scent. You're not much use then. I have visual scanners of exceptional acuity, Aliya. If I see him, I'll let you know. There's no way I'm crossing that, Aliya. Robots cannot swim. Listen, there's a bridge. The woods is strong enough, 6. Wood is a laughable substance to build floors from. It can be shielded through by mice. Silken wires. I don't know why Mary wanted me to take you with me. The professor cares about your safety. She said doesn't care about you, so I can handle myself. She sends you as a spy. Sends you as a spy. That would sure be unnecessary, Aliya. Nothing you discover has any real value. That was a weird conversation. There's something scratched here. There's something scratched here. The emblem of Iox. I suppose this is where the Americans leave goods for the Ioxians to collect. Janeki went behind me in there. I love these old moons with their ancient stories. Who's that, for instance? One of the other goddesses? She is guarding the fields. Evidently more than 1,500 years have passed since she was carved. That's a long time. Relative to what exactly? There used to be gods throughout the Nebula. Even on Iox. Before the Empire was founded. I'm surprised Iox lets this one stay. Maritime farming in the Iox Protectorate. Okay. For ritual purposes, or perhaps to mark an important location. It's from the ancient time. Start to understand the brackets. Construction of the Nightingale. This game, like, the way it plays a bit strange with the conversation prompts.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
Rice. Rice. Would they grow anything else here? It would not appear so. I suppose there's nothing old here. No ruins, no ancient kings. There was the statue. No crumbled towers. Of course not, Aliya. This is a farmyard. This is a waste of time, that's what it is. Remba's probably back on Iox again right now. Or not. Professor Miari would have contacted me if that was the case, Aliya. He's out here somewhere. Waiting. Six, you were buried. Did they find you on Iox? Indeed, Aliya. They shipped me out of a wall. Robots on Iox were buried in the walls. Some can still be heard. Strange. Alongside a whole cohort of robots buried and inlaid into concrete. The ancient empire. Huh. Buried robots? The Emperor's buried robots? Yeah, the symbol is like humanoid, probably. Since it also appears on other stuff related to humanoids. At least that's what I'm thinking. Space translate. No, that's good enough for me. This moon seems most poor to me. There are no proper buildings. There is mud everywhere. Question 6. How long were you buried in Iox? I have no idea. I do not remember it. And you don't know why you were buried? No, Aliya. I can only assume I was not needed. Perhaps robots were not trusted. Perhaps. Though I have observed robots to be both more predictable and more kind than most humans. Well, that's a jab. A warehouse. Despite our disagreements, I wish to reassure you. I am quite committed to our work. So where the other 5 don't... and why is that, I wonder? Aliya, it is in my programming. You must do something about that, of course, but 6, they keep on giving me robots. Of course. I provide more accurate and expedition reports than you might compile. Perhaps you're right. No one else at the university is stupid enough to do what I do. They'd be stuck if they lost me. I consider myself a research assistant, Aliya. Is that what you want? What you really want? Aliya. Or are you just copying what I do? Do you really want to research? Or are you just copying what I do? I gain pleasure for an understanding, Aliya. That makes me well suited to research. Don't let's. Anyway, let's do better. You're smiling. Really, Aliya, I would appreciate that. A warehouse in the moon. A warehouse. So why can I hear crying? You're crying from inside. To like to be remembered. crying significant, mistress? I understood it to be normal human noise. Just reply. Come on, maybe. But not normal. It indicates distress. I wait out here, mistress. You! Do I know you? I'm sorry if I startled you, please. I'm looking for someone. I'm sorry if I startled you. I wasn't crying. Don't tell them I was crying. Please, I'm looking for someone. Are you in trouble? I won't. Thank you, lady. You are from Iox? My name is Aliya. I was born in Alberta. I'm from Iox. I'm from Iox. I've been there right now and I think I grew there, yeah. I'm from Iox. I heard your voice, your accent. He told me you might come. Who did? Janicki? I don't have time. Janicki. My Tao Yoxian. He left something for you. With the goddess to keep it safe. The statue. So Janicki was here. Do you know where he went? I'm looking for him. He promised he would come back. I did so like to believe him. I hope you find him, Miss Miyari. I'm not Miyari. Thank you. I'm not Miyari. There was a misunderstanding. I'm not. I have to go now. I don't want them to see me talking to you. There's something really weird happening here. Janicki left something with the goddess, did he? No, why would do a thing like that? Where's it? Ooh. Her crying from inside. Okay, that's the only thing we have. Well, we have a lead. Most curious mistress, you heard? Doesn't prove he's a woman like. You heard? But I did not understand. Except that it would seem someone from Iox has visited here recently. Do you think there is more to be learned here, mistress? Perhaps you should return to the ship. The woman said Janicki left something here. Let's try the village first. The woman said Janicki left something here. With the goddess. I want to find it. We need to talk to some more people. The village center will be at the highest point, mistress. To guard against flooding. What did you make of Rambo's Brooch 6? The one he sent to Miyari. I was struck by the craftsmanship. It seemed very fine to me. It is an artisanal product, high status. How high status? Hard to say. Possibly very high. Emperor High, so it is valuable. Most likely. Mr. surely does not intend to sell it. That depends, of course not. No, the question is 3. No, the question is, where did the Ramba get it? And why did he give it to the professor? It seems like he got through his fear of wood. Mistress, if I may ask, if you weren't rolling in the mood for lost roboticist, what would you be doing at this moment? What would I be doing? I'd be sailing the uncharted reaches of the Nebula looking for shipwrecks. There are places out there where no one's been for hundreds of years. There are echoes of ancient voices. But no. Instead I'm standing in a pig muck. Otherwise I'd be scouring the markets of Elboret for interesting objects. Things have a life of their own, 6. Things survive, things travel from moon to moon, from person to person. It kept being assertive. Or maybe I'd be in the library with Huang, reading up on old transcriptions. When the Empire was founded, they threw out the old way of writing. Erased the past entirely. But it's all still there. You just have to know where to look. You don't read ancient, do you? I would not know where to begin, mistress. Okay. I must say, mistress, despite your cool manner, I am extremely excited to be working with you. I have never left Iox before. Gleam in the grass. Oh, I had to. Is that something in the mud? It is. A long-barreled key. I would guess it dates from the Holy Empire? This must have been dropped here years ago. It's only been revived by the irrigation of the fields. Whoever made this didn't add an inscription along the barrel. Most likely this comes from the same site as the brooch. The one Miari gave us on Iox. Having this should be useful in tracking down where these things originated. What did you make of the key, 6? A most curious item, mistress. It does not appear locally made, and despite your translation, it does not appear to be from Iox either. So where is it from? I will not speculate, mistress. Different moons have different radiation signatures. I do not recognize this one at all. Ah. Has the key been there for some time? Been here for some time? Obviously it has, yes. So how did it come to be here? An interesting question. But almost certainly nothing to do with Janik Remba, mistress. You forget I am an archaeologist, most likely not. He came here for some reason. He came here for some reason. There must be something more to this place than meets the eye. True. But one key does not seem reason enough. But what the key leads to... It's so easy to miss a bit of... Oh, okay. Question, remark. Let's remark. There's not many people tending to all of these crops. Plants are not like pigs. They do not require constant husbandry. What do you know about pigs? I meet people. They are also livestock. What? Empress period robots looks more likely now. Why do they build on stilts, do you think? Surely it doesn't flood up here. The mud perhaps, mistress. Or perhaps animals sleep underneath. How much higher? One more level, mistress. Oh no! Thwarted by leaves! Okay. Yeah. Stepped in something. Mud, mistress. I know what mud is, 6. Of course, mistress. Will your tracks cope with the muck? Of course they will. They clean themselves too. Good fate, master. My apologies, Yoxian. My pigs need me. Please, if you could just... No one on Marcy wants to talk to me. The locals don't seem surprised to see me. Or to see you. I imagine robots collect supplies from here routinely. The locals I know also do not seem pleased to see you. Did I do something wrong? You came here. Perhaps that is all. Yeah, there is something weird going on around here. They don't seem to like Ioxians. Definitely no robots here. No reason for Remba to come here at all. Good point. I don't imagine Remba met that woman on Iox after all. Question. So if there are no robots, why are there ramps everywhere? Iox use robots to collect produce from moons in the Protectorate. Good point. Seems like it would be easy to stop the robots taking anything. Pull up a few walkways and put some stones in the way. I cannot imagine that would make any difference, mistress. Robots are versatile. What do you mean? Maybe they found some robots here. They sent Ramba to investigate and he disappeared. An interesting theory. But only a theory. Are there any mines here? Any excavations? They usually find robots underground, don't they? On Iox, yes. But I do not think we occur underground naturally. How many moons are there in Iox Protectorate 6? At the last settlement it was 23. Okay, just updated. Founding of the Protectorate. Initially encompassed only Alborite and Iox, it soon expands to incorporate other moons. One of my heirs wants to talk to me. I'd expect him to welcome strangers for the variety. Not clear, but since you knew Janiki. This should have a transfer on no side. Okay. Robots uncovered on Marcy. Imbeciles. Okay. Seems Janek knew he was in trouble. I don't think we're going to find him. But why? What did he find? But why? What did he find? And what's it going to do with that brooch of Miari's?
Three paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
Stranger? Greetings, you're talking to me? Greetings! Greetings to you. Welcome to Marcy. You have come to trade? What do you have to tell? Actually, I'm looking for someone. It's a beautiful moon you have. Actually, I'm looking for someone. Who? Not a Martian, surely. We are like as ants to you. No, that's not true. That's not true. So you are looking for a Martian? I know my friend Janek was here, my friends in the accent. My friend is an Ioxian. We do not keep any of those in our pens. Good look at your search. They say the Nebula is wide. That sounded freaking ominous. Helpful. Is there anyone else worth talking to? Shall we leave? I can just go back for Iox with nothing. I want to look around Mao. I want to look around some more. Founding of the Iox Protectorate. No. The American mean Rambo was never here. The king was lying. Continue talking, back to fields. Please, I need to talk to you. Is that so? I know my friend Janiki was here. I met one of your villagers. She knew him. She... What was her name, this villager? She didn't say. No matter, I can guess. Ooh, I think I got her in trouble. If we had seen our friend, if he had met with an accident among us, what would the Iox do? Okay. I just want to know where he is. We have not seen him. Now leave. I don't understand why you're lying to me. Tell me. Yeah, I don't understand why you're lying to me. The man's side. Your friend was here. He left in a ship. Okay, that's something. Then something exploded in the sky. I do not know if that was your friend, but I know we found this close beside our goddess. Here. A shard of crystal. Does it mean anything to you, Six? He is most curious. This mound does not contain any crystals of this type. What have you been up to, Rambo? What kind of crystal is it, Six? Violet, mistress. Valueless. Thank you for this. You are welcome. Tell your Ioxian masters merchants are still gracious despite all. Good fate to you, lady. There's some bad blood here. Collect another evidence to infer lost site exists. Somewhere in the cyclones, but I don't know enough to find it yet, okay? Somewhere in the cyclones, but I don't know enough to find it. Violet Moon, Unknown Site, Henaki, Yomboret, on a forgotten site somewhere with the cyclones. Key is molded. Good fate to you. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. I'm looking for someone. An young man like called Janik Remba. Are you expecting to find him hiding behind a tree? Do you know him? Return to your moon. Leave us in peace. I don't think that the Yoxians come here to, trade. Maybe more like collecting taxes. Something under the leaves. You sound like you don't approve of the protectorate. I am neither for nor against it in principle, mistress. Although it does not appear sustainable. A leftover from the Empire? Indeed, mistress. The Yoxian Guard is an increasingly minor force. Let's launch a revolution. Mistress is most droll. No, nothing here. Isn't the Protectorate too many moons to manage? There are no threats at the present. This is no doubt eases the situation. Iox wants more moons in the Protectorate? Iox has sufficient income at the moment, mistress, I think. But the Ioxian population is not falling. Okay. Return to the world, no. Good fate. Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you. I was admiring your statue. Who is she? Kibenya. She blesses the fields. Kibenya. I've never heard the name of any of the ancient gods before. I didn't know they even had names. I wonder what Kibenia means, mistress. Our names mean something. Aliya Miari Huang even Remba. I wonder what Kibenya means. Don't ask what your name means. Are you alone on the Nebula like this, mistress? Some of the Nebula is like this, but not most. It seems pitiful to me. You should see what poverty looks like. I'll take you to Elborek soon enough. Yeah, I'm still trying to find the goddess statue, even though I have the thing that was there. Good fate. Please keep it quick. No. This is a beautiful moon. I think so. Please leave as soon as possible. Even more rice. Just lying around. Could scoop enough into my bag to feed an Asian family for a week. No one would even notice it was gone. I had heard Elboret was a moon of thieves, mistress. I had assumed it was his lore rather than a strategy. Why can't everywhere be like this? Enough food, enough space, water to spare. Indeed, mistress. I wish I had a local map. If you robots are so ancient, don't you have the whole history of the Nebula in your head somewhere? Perhaps some do. I do not. So what do you remember? I remember my activation, nothing before that. Perhaps I had never been activated before. But perhaps you had? Quite so. Memory erase? It's a possibility. That's the statue. I've never understood Professor Miyari. You know, she brought me to Iox from an orphanage in Elboret, and now she keeps giving me robots when I keep losing them. I really don't know what she gets out of it. Perhaps she likes to be kind, mister? Perhaps she likes to be kind, Smith. Reply, not to the robots, clearly. I am not convinced. Yolite crystal. He's living Okay. Janik expect Miyari to come after him? Has the professor ever left Iox? It would seems likely. The professor is from Renaki after all. Ooh. Miyari knows how to sail? I should think so. Look at this thing. Beautifully crafted. Where is she from? Surreal. Beautifully crafted. If Miyari can sail, why didn't she go looking for Janiki herself? I am sure she is a very busy lady, mistress. So am I. Ruins you usually wait, mistress. Perhaps Mary thought it was dangerous out here. Perhaps so, mistress. I do not expect Miyari is brave. Someone carved something here. Oh. Someone's carved something here. Symbols in the ancient script. I might be able to translate them. Holy. These glyphs look somewhat like my word for emperor. Light, snake, water, death. Water. So this is holy. There is a symbol here. This, I believe, refers to people, men, humanoids. This is probably an indication of the holiness. So if this is holy, maybe lesser people, this could be goddess? Because of this? Yeah, related or emperor. Robot. I don't have this. Emperor has this symbol. Huh. Holy. Emperor. So emperor has two of these things that I think mean humanoid. This is here on robots, that's why I think it means humanoid, if this is robots. Emperors are considered holy, and holy. So I think this is goddess. This was emperor. Light, water, snake, death. Anyway. What this would mean on the emperor glyph that yeah, because I think this might mean lesser godlike being. So holy. Makes sense. And then goddess. Without this. There is also this symbol that I do not know what it could possibly mean, but seems significant. Yeah, I do not know what it is. But she watches over rice fields, so water? Those holy water goddess were. There's certainly plenty of water here. Maybe they have a big god too. There's certainly plenty of water here. Kibanians guarding their most precious resources, keeping it all fertile. Identify the water goddess. Ooh. So is this solved? It's not considered solved. That who presides over water? That who presides over holiness? I don't know. Preside. Empress, period, robots. Circuits. Holy rebel goddess, holy. No related glyphs. Okay. Solvable inscriptions. What else do we have? Snake that light. Could be light. I think there's more to explore here. I just don't know how I like being interrupted all the time. See? What are the Chronicles of Mazwai that Hang's always reading about? I believe Mazwai was a pilgrim sailor. She writes about the various places of the Nebula and about the Great Loop that has acted in these places in Hong. Mazwai believes in the Great Loop then. Mazwai is an original source for the hypothesis, mistress. As much as anything, a source in the loop, mistress. Master Huang says the book became common shortly after the establishment of the Holy Empire. Maybe it's holy water. I don't see anything to imply snake or death. At least this enacted a... Six, what do you know about the Loop Temple? I know little of the Loop, mistress. The Loop Priest claims that life is a great cycle. They believe that all that happens has happened before. Literally happen? Do they think we've had this conversation before? I believe that is the idea, mistress. Is it true? The probability of it is incalculable, mistress. There is no meaningful data. The Loop Temple is extremely well placed, mistress. They have a lot of money and significant power. They are the heart of the Protectorate. There must be someone here I can talk to. Alright, talk it to him. Mistress, you may not realize, but the Loop Temple are my owners. Ooh.
This was what passed for a street on Mayerzi. Buildings on stilts, jumping out of the bushes like children. It was so quiet.
But you're owned by the university. By Miyari. Yes, mistress, indeed. Huh. Wait, is that an inscription? It has been mostly scratched away. More glyphs. Is that a single word? Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected their writing to be read. So this is holy. I think this is water. It is in a well, so... Martian well. That's the word for water, short and simple and almost a pictogram. Got it! Holy water. What do you see there? Nothing too surprised. Can you read these inscriptions? It's not important. Can you read this inscription? A child could read it. The symbol simply say water. It says more than that. You have lived here for many years, Yaxian. Why do I need to talk to this guy? Another thing. Yes. Sure. No one else. We're not going to show him the brooch. No one else in this village would talk to me. Forgive them. We understand things are not the same on Iox as they are here. What does that mean? And how are things here? Is it because they think I'm from Iox? And what does that mean? On my RC, one requires an introduction before talking to anyone. But you're talking to me. But you're talking to me. I've had some dealing with outsiders before. You could say I am forward. Would anyone else like to help me? You may talk to whoever you like. You have nothing to hide. Good fate to you, lady. I haven't shown him the brooch, and I don't trust you enough to do so. Okay, inscriptions. This is solved. You, stone, shell? Huh. Holy water goddess. Interesting. The word holy has the one I'm seeing is a person kind of symbol. Maybe it isn't. What all the words that in fearsome holiness have is this symbol. So I think goddess is right. Belong to goddess. It's holy. Blessed by goddess. That makes sense. Kind of makes sense to fear holy. And yeah, Empress period robots also make sense, but this water. Yeah, this has this, but doesn't have this. Circuits. No. Could be banished rebels, but I have no word for rebels. Large is welcoming a goddess of fertility as well, no doubt. Nyari's brooch. The stone inside it is the same as Remba's crystal? Undoubtedly. It seems quite apparent they come from the same source. And can we find that source? With some analysis, mistress, yes, I believe we can. Perhaps we should return to the ship now, mistress. Huh. Yeah, let's get out of here. Leave the moon, don't leave. Don't leave yet. Or wait, no. Yeah, I don't want to talk to you. I'm still... There are places I haven't seen, and walking around has showed me like stuffs and things. every now and then. But I guess I found everything? So were you off while you were buried? Asleep? Is that why you can remember it? I do not know, mistress. I cannot remember. Maybe the roboticist wiped your memory after they dug you up. If it'd been buried alive for 100 years, I'd be mad. It was longer than that. 1,000 years perhaps. But I cannot remember them. I wonder what else you use it to know. Good fate, lady. Please keep it quick. I want to talk to you. Well, there is no prompt to talk to her, so that was awkward. Yeah, I should have left. Does this game use autosave? Let's save it just now, yeah, okay. Back to the ship 6. We've done all you can hear for now. This way, misters. And so we left a warm, wet field of mercy. Timeline. Identify the other goddess. Found carved at the base of mercy goddess. Catch. Long-barreled key, okay? No sight, Iolite moon somewhere here. Hinaki. Okay, where to now? Rainbow left a crystal for Miari to find. But what was he trying to tell her? We could otherwise say to Iox and tell Miari what we've learned so far about Rainbow. Yeah, that's a good course of action, since the crystal was meant for her. I am quite certain in my analysis, mistress. The crystal we found, mistress, and the element inside the brooch. They originate from somewhere on the edge of the cyclones. I've never been that way. The second is a dangerous wild. The cyclones is a dangerous wild. There is nothing there but clouds and storms. I am aware of that, mistress. I wonder, what exactly did Remba discover? The dangers of sailing through a hurricane? We'd better find out. I don't care what he wants. We'd better find out. Put out the sail, Six. Can I go there now? Ooh. I had traveled to lush rice fields of Mares in the trail of Jenny Karemba, but found nothing except for a curious crystal shard. I missed the place. The air there is soft and scented. If there was any reason to return, I would. Island Moon, somewhere over there. Or I could go back to Iox. The chunk of crystal we found on Myers came from a distant moon in the Nebula. Did someone really travel this way? I could find the site now. Plot course. We're going there. This is way more the Verdant Pass, sailing to the Islet Moon. This is way more than archaeology. There are other ships in the river, mistress? I have not seen any. There are other ships out here. But you rarely see them. Everyone goes at the same speed. So no one passes you by. Go stay down here, mistress. People who like people will stay on the ground. You do not like people, mistress? That explains a lot. Ooh. Tell me. Is there anything you do like? Is there anything you do like? Like silence? Miss it turning. Right? I really don't feel like Iox or Mercy. Don't like Iox or Mercy. I always thought Iox treated the other moons well. My finding indicates the Aelite moon is somewhere here. There is a rock up ahead. What have we found? Above the crystal moon. Why would anyone come to a lonely spot like this? Because crystals. We arrived, mistress. The moon below us is rich in purple Aelite crystals, but there is no surface flow. We cannot land the ship. So this is as close as you can get, but Rainbow must have gone down somehow. But Rainbow must have come down somehow. Indeed. Most likely he used a hopper. We might do the same. Hopper. The Nightingale is fitted with a hopper, of course, for instantaneous travel. How does it work? There is a source. The source fires at the subject and casts it into the hopper's eye. The eye refracts the signal. It is focused and reconstructed. But how does it work? I have no idea whatsoever. Is it safe? Not really, mistress, no. The moon does not have any air. I will have to go down alone. But you're sure the Aelite crystal came from here? If there is no air, then the guy can't be here. How did Remba go down without a robot? It would have been impossible. But Remba was a roboticist, mistress. He must have had a robot with him, despite what the professor told us. Please wait here. Just don't take too long.
A moment later, the robot was gone, and I was alone in the dark.
That's another game. Let's remark. If I flew away now, I could be rid of that thing. A poor guy. Why would you do that? What were you up to, Ramba? If you didn't find robots on my RC, what did you find? Hello there, mistress. I found something, mistress. Oh. This is Janae case? The probability is high. I believe the moon below was once a quarry. But this box is no artifact. Rimba hit this box down there. It was a superb hiding place, mistress. But whether it was Rimba's doing or not, I could not say. There were some clues that only I would notice. It better not have damaged it. It appears intact to me, mistress. Hope there isn't a snake in there. I don't think there's any snake on an airless. A roll of cloth. Why would Ramba hide something like this? He must have had a reason, mistress. His choice of hiding place was extreme. Oh. Just updated. Just this, okay. Thick fabric. Janik, what is this? Unroll the thing and look. Some kind of robe? But it's hundreds of years old. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters speak it out in a darker thread. Hello there. Purple robe. This is a long one. Let me think. We could be, as I think this symbol is related to people and here live. Poor pilgrims. This could be symbols for travel, yes. Prayers. There's some holiness in this. Remember quickly, Godspeed. Pray, prayer, and follow. Follow as in worship or prayer. Pray. This is the symbol for holy, and prayer you can pray to. Yeah, goddess. Pray. Prayer. I think prayer is a good one for this. Travel, remember, cooking, prayers. Pilgrims would pray. We pilgrims pray? Yeah, I have no idea how else, like, what these symbols are. This might be land, this could be travel, could be river. I could still change my mind, but a pilgrim's prayer. But the question is, where are you a pilgrim, Ramba? Were you a pilgrim, Ramba? Of some ancient fate, perhaps, kept secret from the powers back on Iox? Do you leave that shard by the goddess not as a clue, but as an offering? Secret from Yari herself. There is more in here. This is a pocket-sized book. It is beautifully preserved. The binding is in fantastic condition. These books must have been part of some ancient courtier personal library. The cover has been inscribed. Here we go. Emperor and water. Crystal bread book. Bread, like... Oh, the second word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. It has a symbol. Why is water related to this? Doesn't make sense. Ode every future pilgrims? No. Knowledge wept part moved. This has some holy knowledge? Huh. Goddess, water, wept. This kind of makes sense. Crystal only bread book. This flow? Emperor becomes flow. For in reclaim future. Yeah, this has the symbol, so does this. Every future or... Why does it have water as an option here? I don't see any symbol that relates to this. Yeah, this is book. I have no idea what could this be. Knowledge? Water is sometimes related to knowledge. Knowledge, move. So this symbol that I identify as holiness or something is here, so wept, but like the flow of holiness, knowledge, future for lack of whether anything, book of future knowledge, the loop. This kind of makes sense. Why do I choose book here? Water, Emperor. Mostly because this is a book. Book of future knowledge. Future knowledge. Future knowledge. I wonder how old this book really is. But that's not all. There is also an ornate reliquary. How did Remba get his hands on all this? Cast from silver. No inscription on the hinge. Now what's inside? A fragment of a thick ribbon of paper. There's some market symbols on it. This is the start of a fragment of a text. Holy doesn't fit. Knowledge doesn't quite fit. We have off goddess. That little tick mark is definitively off. And I'm feeling confident about the translation of goddess now. That leaves one word to guess. Path, star, way. Stream, river, star, way, path. Yeah, this combination indicates some sort of movement. This is for water, so could be stream. For way of the goddess makes sense. Way of the goddess? Presumably they'll use it to be more to it than that. I think this comes from the same site as the reliquary and the book. These new finds should help us look out that site. So are these leads or are these things that Remba was after? Wait, mistress. I will consider the matter. So Remba was hoarding artifacts. So Remba was hoarding artifacts. Somewhere no one would find them. Because they are valuable? Because they want Miyari to find them? Because they want Miyari to find them. Why would Miyari care? It doesn't make sense. Can you work out where the room is? Can you work out where the robe originated? I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress. But Professor Miyari was keen that we found Master Remba. And I am sure Master Remba is equally keen to be found. Unless he's already dead. 6. Show me where he went. Show me where he went, 6. I am not exactly certain, mistress. But I believe Remba traveled far from home. Into the eye of the cyclones. Ooh. If this is way, with this having people who travel lands for the goddess, if this is land, Buried makes more sense here. Should I go to the eyes of the cyclones? We pilgrims. Yeah, no, I think this is still related to people, so we makes more sense. We are guardians. This could be pray. Say stuff to goddess. Yeah, this is a flow of holiness. Or maybe this symbol is the one who knows? Enlightenment? Enlightened people, goddess. Okay. Solvable inscription. Okay. I think this should be solved. Because, yeah, this is solved, right? Yeah, Holy Water Goddess. So this symbol might be related to God. So holy-ish makes sense. Where else am I seeing that symbol? Nowhere else. I had traveled to the lush fields of Mercy on the trail of Unique Rainbow. We found nothing except for a curious crystal shard. It was the place there. Okay. Eye of the Cyclones. Unique Rainbow found something. Possibly deep into the swirling waters of the Cyclones. Is there still more to find? Is Rainbow waiting to be found? I know enough to find this site. Okay. I know the game wants me to go talk to the woman back at Iox, but I'm close to this. Sailing to the eyes of the cyclones. Oh boy, okay. Does the robe origin suggest there is a cult lying inside the cyclones? Doing what? Worshipping the storm? It is possible. Humans have very strange hobbies. The route leads straight ahead, mistress. A ruin. I would guess it dates from the earliest days of the Nebula, mistress. I would guess it dates from...
The robot hoppered away, and I was alone. Then it came back.
I recovered a hefty buck. I wonder how long it's been there. Looks like there's some writing along the spine. More words I don't know. Follow. Myself. This one indicates plural. My start is free. This could be myself. Is this buried or banished? Because if it is related to pathway, then it is sent away. This could people traveling to lands holy, pilgrims. Sever and call follow. I chose this translation for a reason. Let's see if I can remember what it was. The reason was that there are buried robots, but this pathway, like forbidden, maybe? Maybe banished makes more sense? Banished robots? I think rebels would make sense more here. Let's take another look at this. Follow pilgrims, follow myself book. That's half the flow symbol. Also half the flow symbol. Giants here, light. Quickly. Godspeed. Pilgrim's Sever. Maybe follows his path. Doesn't make much sense. Pilgrim's Follow Myself book makes sense. I could see what one thing's back to Iox. Hold on, 6. I cannot hold on, mistress. We're in one piece. We appear to be. Here we go again. We see another rapid. Yeah, we're close to the end. Wow, the eye of the cyclones. We better check to who when next we land. We're now near the eyes of the cyclones, mistress. To attack that, please go left. I cannot see which way to turn at this branch, mistress. Well, that looks promising. We'll have to choose one and explore. I see it. There's something up ahead. A moon? There is air, but no upheaver, mistress. We will need to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. It's quite safe. Energize! The eye of the cyclones. Will Rambo be waiting for us here in the center of the storm?
The hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour. But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
A pile of rocks, mistress, smashed together by the waters. It seems Janicki had a taste for places like this. I wonder why. Okay. Perhaps he did not like people. This way then. I hope he'll be pleased to see us. Do you think we'll find him? I prefer to believe that we will. I would like to meet him again, to see if I can remember him at all. Okay. Do not sprain your ankle out here, mistress. We are unsuitably far from help. Okay. Was that supposed to sound like a threat? Obviously not, mistress. We are assigning you to me to keep me safe. So I'm relying on you and your ethical core to do that. My ethical core cannot keep you safe, mistress. It merely limits my ability to harm you. By inaction, you mean, naturally. Or you consider action, but that is less relevant. I can, for instance, knock you unconscious before you jump into a crevice. Thank you, that's very reassuring. Indeed, mistress. Perhaps Rainbow is waiting for us just around this corner. We can hopper him back to the Nightingale, and this chapter of my life will be done. Perhaps, mistress, perhaps. We can only hope. This place seems familiar. Hold it. 6. What is that?
Here, in the middle of the hurricane, there was a house. It was fine. Tucked in below the overhanging rock. Wooden beams, mud brick walls, shutters. Large enough for 2 families to argue over. It would have been measly on Iox and grand on Elbereth. But here, it was impossible.
Someone built this? Buildings do not occur naturally, mistress. Yeah. How did Janicki find it? I hope we can ask him, mistress. So are robots capable of hope? Certainly. We calculate odds, of course. But even the most unlikely outcomes must always eventually occur. Hope is a mathematical certainty. Interesting way to put it. I like that. The mathematics does not care whether you like it or not, mistress. I could vault over the wall here. Please, mistress. The floor beyond would only give away beneath you. That's a good point. Do you see any other way in? No, neither do I. The floor looks like stones to me, 6. So it is heaven more likely to fall. Maybe that's what happened to Remba. He fell through a hole in the floor. Can I just climb through the window? Seems safer. Just block it up, okay. Block it with rubble and ruin. The whole place must be slowly peeling away from the cliff. Perhaps you might forego going inside. So what should I do? Just go back to Iox and say we got so far, then we gave up? I don't think she'd send us right back here. I do not think Professor Miari wants you to sprain your ankle, mistress. I know you don't have feet 6, but honestly, there is not as delicate as you seem to think. We're not as delicate as you're not as delicate as. Okay, some kind of structure. There is a plinth inside. It looks like a shrine. What's a plinth? It might help me date this place. Figure out what it's supposed to be. Well, there goes nothing. Here goes. The floor seems good sound enough. 6. Where did the robot go? Huh. Look at this place, Aliya. No one will leave here. They couldn't. Six. So a robot abandoned me for once. Why build something as big as this over here? Who was it for? I've got some food, but it can wait. Let's remark. Walls simply made. Lots of wood must have been brought here. Now there are some trees. Is that smoke? Is that smoke? That is definitely smoke. Oh, Ramba. That's your ship, isn't it? Yeah, explosions were mentioned. That tree, the tree looks familiar. Looks like the tree of knowledge.
The ghosts were still here, cooking, reading, doing whatever ghosts do. The house was empty, but it hadn't been abandoned.
What do you mean by that? Locked. Or blocked. Or both. So he came in from there. And way outside. Let's see what's up here. Ruin and rubble. Glint among the stones. There's something wedged here. A heavily scratched silver gong decorated with a fountain motif. Looks like something from the Ioxian Empire. I've seen the markings on this thing before. On the side of my ship. It has been screwed at all. Whoa, that's a lot. This is the end of a longer line of text. Heavily scratched silver gong. There might be an off here. That's the only word I know. There's not enough here for me to guess the rest. I have to hope to see the sequence again. But I don't think I've seen anything like this scratched gong before. So I think this originates from somewhere we haven't previously discovered. Why are you giving me words that just don't fit? Okay. Can go through there, I think. What is this? What is this? It's quite different than the rest of the building. For some kind of telescope? But the position and the bearings are fixed. The material on this is totally wrong. Is it metal? Rubber? It looks like something Oda might have built. I must remember to ask her about it. And there are scratches in the top here. Something fitted inside the frame and was removed by force. Did you take something, Janiki? But if so, what else that it stand and meant to hold? My friend Merchant Ori lives in the citadel in Elboret. Could ask her for a trapeze they found in ribbons in the building. Could go there next, okay? So that's why it... Just don't look down, Aliya. You better go and find where 6 got to. There's more to explore here, a rough bed. Hardly comfortable. Whoever built this place wasn't worried about making it cozy. An inscription. And there is an inscription here. It's old, barely visible, scratching into the plaster. Myself, beloved, itself. I mean, this means I bring and fear guarded. Why banished this symbol and book? Stranger, that goddess, beloved, not goddess. I already know the word for goddess. Stranger? Beloved friend, that could be anything but goddess. Bring, why would it just bring? There's some... The word for holy... Fear, bring, guarded, defended, fear, bring, give. Death? I bring death? I fear. This is kind of the same symbol I using. I think it's for path and this for terrain, like mountain. It looks like kind of a bit of a mountain. But the most abstract one is still kind of difficult. But I'm doing banished because what would this mean? Like a lightning bolt? Fear? But then this could be death? I don't know. I fear death? It's a beautiful example of the script. The writer was dying. Everyone fears death. The writer was dying. The angle is interesting too. Scratched by someone lying down. Huh. With who? And were they alone? Yeah, good question. Father established powers. Not quite understand this. I don't think that translation is right. Mistress! Evidently, it is good to see you intact, mistress. How did you get down from that ark? I thought you abandoned me. I could not climb over the wall, so I drove myself off the cliff edge. Once I had dug myself out of the sand, I found the door. How do you get back up? And are you in one piece? Evidently, mistress. This place is empty. No ancient goods here. The house has been built right up against the rock face. Must have been cold here. Whoever lived in this place would have to keep their fire burning constantly. I wonder what they did for wood. I wonder if this door is jammed. Or if it might open. Huh. Whoa, okay. Look at this. Swirls and flows. The Nebula? These are rivers. The detail. Who lived here? Who drew this? These look like the rivers of Ghost's Wake. This must be where the heavily scratched gong came from. But no one goes to Ghost's Wake. Is there an inscription? Is there an inscription? I think so. This one is a phrase run together. I believe you can be confidential after translation for me now. Let's see now. This is not the floating. The floating is this symbol. Fine, take now, respect. Death. Take. Sharp, home, defend, safe. Defend. Home. This could be a house. Why water? Because this. A landmark on the water. No. Find me home. Find me home. That would do for now. Definitely a map drawn by whoever who died here. This is where whoever lived here came from. It was definitely a map. But not of this place. Somewhere else. You're in nowhere. Another cot. Found one just like this on the floor above. Someone grew too old or too ill to climb back upstairs. So they made up a bed and down here instead. Someone died right here, mistress. You sure? The evidence is minor but significant. A person lay on the floor here for some time after death. How do you know that? Ramba? No. Whoever died here died scores of years ago. The lack of moisture on this moon has preserved the traces, but they are old. So where are the bones? The person who lay and stayed here was only removed recently. Oh. Are you saying Janik took them? What remained of them? Someone did. That's horrid. Why would he do that? I am unsure, mistress. Something must have led him to this place. Must have been something that he needed. That's even more horrid. Yes. Yes, it is. Why are you smiling? There's an inscription up here and there's a thing down there. Let's see the description. There's an inscription up here. Water goddess and more stuff. Heart. Which of these words in my notebook, but I can take a chance on what's left. Blesses, loves, thinks, runs. This is the fireplace. Water goddess. Could be like water goddess gives blessing of water, favor of goddess. So blesses makes sense, and then harvest. That makes sense. Water goddess blesses harvest. Could be fire too. Field. Water gods blesses harvest. The water gods from the Myrseri. From Myrseri. Is this place directly connected to Myrseri then? We didn't see any shrine houses on Myrseri like this one here. Not even small ones. Another custom perhaps? Iox does not permit shrines, mistress. Iox would not doubt to remove the Myrserian statue if they could work out how to shift it. Perhaps. Or perhaps even Iox does not meddle with the goddess of water when she watches over a prosperous farm. I wonder what makes farmers' ship hold the tree trunks out here. To build a mansion in the middle of a hurricane? What's that other thing? A fire poker. A fire poker. Is it worth anything? Stow it, put it back. Stow it. Might be worth something to someone. Huh. A heavy wooden box that looks like the one that Six found. This looks interesting. Beautifully made. Much nicer than everything else here. I estimate it to be hollow, mistress. Another Rimbus boxes. Can you open it? There's something inscribed on the lid. Okay. There's something inscribed on the lid. Might be a clue as to what's inside. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of things I do not know. Why are you giving me the word holy? There's no symbol in holy that... that relates to this. Banished. Of goddess. Related to goddess. And this I think is a plural thing. Relate to something that's big of bigness. Many. Great, big, enormous, tiny. Maybe this is not we, maybe this is not plural. Maybe this is related to size. What do you have here? Guardians? Now let's see. Here's a translation where I saw the word before. Guardians like... Yeah, that's what... Me is correct. So many me's make sense for we. Many of us. Many me's. But this is mostly size stuff. Light here, guardians. Purple robe. Building spray. I don't think we is wrong. Does that give me a better idea here? Water. Value, corrupt, truth, happiness. Water. Weird. I'm gonna go with the normals. Tails. Winds. No, there's a floating here. Wings of enormous. Truth? Happiness? Value? Jewel, line, tale, story. Tale of enormous value. Doesn't make much sense. Tales of enormous waterwork. Maybe treasure. Miyari will be most excited by this fine mistress. Whatever proves to be inside. Let's keep this one to ourselves, maybe. Something to put a smile on Miyari's face, at least. That sounds interesting. It sounds interesting. Okay. I think it's a reliquary. A place to put your belongings when you die. The idea is you get them back when you return. Do people often return from that, mistress? The Great Loop says everyone returns from that. So long as their soul gets back to the rivers. And what do you believe, mistress? No one knows the story of the Nebula. To confront the day, and my eye believes it. Nobody knows the history of the Nebula. If everyone who dies comes back, why don't they know? Perhaps you require more evidence. Okay, I'm gonna lift off the lid. Let's see if I can shift it. Curses. I can't even get my fingers under the lid. Open it up then, 6. Not Lockett, mistress, but Steph. And I like fingers for leverage. Oh, I know what to do. Robots are useless. Why don't you have an attachment for prying? You don't have an attachment for prying? Something you can stick into your arm sockets? The first robot had those. Perhaps they could find something on the ship. I'll try the iron poker. I might be able to snap the lock. Mr. Is it moving? It's definitely shifting. It goes then. Ooh. Let's see.
And there it was, just lying there. The greatest treasure I ever found.
6. Look at this.
From inside the coffer, from the distant past of the Nebula's once great empire.
Incredible.
It was a crown.
Ooh, the lost crown. The eagle and sun motif. What's this here? The eagle and sun motif. Just like Janik's brooch. The mark of the empire. Could this be the crown of Iox itself? What's this crown? What is this crown doing here? What's this crown doing out here? Did someone steal it? Was this the seat of power in the empire? Did Jenny bring it here and hide it? Did Jenny bring it here and hide it? I do not think that coffer has been open in at least 500 years, mistress. But he must have known it was here. Why else come? There's something running around him. Oh boy, here you go. I know one of these words. I'll guess the rest. I'm gonna switch the scales of a normal's value. The coffer lid. This. Let's check. Okay. Am I still happy with my translation for this one? No. This is definitely treasure of a normal's value. Truth could be corruption, could be value, and normal's great. Could be great. Huh. Of thing treasures. Towards Nebula's. Huh. On wood. Houses, rivers, egos, operations. Work. Huh. This is the flow. Light looks like a good symbol for light. Treasure. Shinies. Huh. I like it. That's the symbol I'm using for path. Fade, sail, are, endure. Fade. Nebula, now again, forever. Is this... Treasures. Door, Nebula's on, wood, May. Houses, the symbol for water. That's water path is the river, yes. So this could be sail. Move towards waters, and this could be sail. The nebula with rivers of light. Guardians here. We sail nebula. Toward rivers of light. We sail the nebula. Toward rivers of light we sail nebula. Is this cross what Miyari wanted us to find? Is this why she sent us out here looking? Rainbow 2 perhaps? Mistress. I will have to tell her, mistress. Her motives hardly matter. Okay. That's fine, but on this note, let's save just now. The cyclones I think Rainbow was here, but I'm not sure he's here anymore. Probably not. But yeah, I'm gonna keep the game rolling, otherwise they probably give me more prompts for dialogue. But yeah. This is interesting. So I found the crown. I could have put it on. I don't think that would do anything, but they were hiding the crown of the Empire. Huh. Why? Are they trying to rebuild the Empire? There are a bunch of things I can do, and I'm getting curious about a lot of them. I don't think I'm done exploring this place, so that's what I'm gonna continue to do when I get back. But yeah, things are getting really interesting. Heaven's Vault of Lands of Light. Huh. I'm not sure this means Heaven's Vault though. This could mean heaven. This could mean vault. But that's the symbol I'm using for way. Huh. This game is interesting, and I kind of enjoyed the whole figuring out the translation process. Feels a lot like what's it called? Return of the Obra Dinn. And I really enjoy Return of the Obra Dinn. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Next Saturday, I still not sure what I'm gonna play because the pool is going on. Was there any changes? No, so probably still Shanty. Next Sunday at 7 p.m. I'll be playing more Minecraft. And next Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. GMT3, I'll be back to Heaven's Vault. I want to get to the depth of this mystery. And how the heck does this whole universe work? I'm super curious now. But yeah, for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Plane Shifter, and I am phasing out. Bye.